pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go on the attack first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today. And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
To the air on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Man, those sweet feet could dance on a light bulb. He's out to the 23.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Makes the catch. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's loose on the right. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play in there inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got it on the move. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Touchdown, Husker! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. And poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Michigan's offense will go to work for the first time today. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on...
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The lone back's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Wants to throw on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. Makes to grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can spread him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. He'll ride his man on the option. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick and fast and in a hurry.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit the coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Snagged out of the air.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Got his man. Spins away from the defense. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush. And that really...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it in the middle. It's Bargava. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Took just one play and they got it almost to midfield. looking to throw on first down. Working the middle, it's complete.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Throwing right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll try the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket. Did a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Etienne. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller's going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it. Made a quick tackle.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Picked up a few extra on that return. But what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Quarterback on the keeper. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Cornhuskers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The play action fake. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. The Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. They'll run for it on third and short. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
I love that play design by the offensive coordinator there on third down. You throw a bunch of wide receivers out there. Everybody on defense is thinking you're going to throw it, and instead you hand it.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly. Makes a catch at the 15. Touchdown, Michigan! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Complete to start this drive. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Cornhuskers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. It's on target and complete. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Power football with the run. Nice move to pick up yardage. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Huskers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. He'll keep it on the sneak. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Grab near the marker. It's Bland. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Traore. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They're going to run it. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines. He stands on the result of the play. This is the 8th play of the drive, but it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the tight end. Off play action. Now improvising. Makes the grab. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. And the Wolverines with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got him downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast. You can tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Powers forward. He gets there. 2-point conversion is good, and the lead now stands at 9.
Man, you see a lot of rollouts, a lot of passing for 2-point conversions. How about that, man? Just a little hard-nosed, running the football, being more physical for the 2-point conversion.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Got his man. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Quickly to the tight end. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So here comes the Michigan offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They want to run it left here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Good play call offensively. That's the right place to go with the football if you're the quarterback, but just a better job by the defender knocking that ball down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man. It's Booker. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Gets it out fast. Breaks into the open. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the 1st down. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And the extra point extends the lead to 16.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs it for 6.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Right on the money. Oh, he's got some space. Russell out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but fine.
Touchdown, Nebraska! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the 2nd half.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the 1st half.
Oh, he makes the catch.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Quick strike complete. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
You got to give the defense a ton of credit there on third down, able to force that incompletion on an absolute bomb. You can see why defensive coordinators get nervous facing this quarterback. He has tremendous arm talent. He threw that thing more than 60 yards in the air. But the defenders on the back end stayed in position, made sure there wasn't a catch. That was a fantastic play defensively.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, back to the sea of red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Got room at the 35. Into the secondary on the right. Inside the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll go to the air. He gets into the end zone for the 2, and that is big. It's now a 3-possession game. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. After giving up that score. Now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stuff.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Wolverines line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the...
Touchdown, Michigan! And the beatdown has ensued. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, you know, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Florida is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping in Gainesville. They're trailing by 20 to Georgia. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much more.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Give to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Here comes the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on 3rd down. Like, everything going the other direction.
The Huskers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They'll try it over the left side. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll keep it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The Wolverines, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Here's a quick throw out to the left. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Wolverines are on the move. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Quick completion to the right. Turning it on. Touchdown Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And listen, if I have a playmaker at running back like that with that kind of speed, yeah, I'm going to throw the swing to him too. He drops back, he surveys the field. He says, I know my guy can make a play, gets the ball in his hands right now on the swing. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Ready to fire from the pistol. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
To the ground with the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. Off the play fake. Caught behind the line. It's Traore. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. And nobody able to field that punt as it rolls out of bounds. So here comes the Michigan offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Looking to throw on 1st down. The screen, he can go. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Quick pass on the fly motion. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
start of offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. The option look. He'll pull it on the read. And the ball is free on the pitch. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Third down for the offense after recovering their own fumble. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the catch. It's Booker. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Under fire. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. On the option. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. You see this kicker not only needing to generate power, but lining it up from the left hash. A 59-yard try coming. Oh, he missed it. No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
Man, that kicker came inches away from hitting a PB. That thing almost cleared the crossbar. Wow.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. The Cornhuskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Offense in a bunch formation. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Goes to the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. It doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Looking for an open area to his left. Pulls in the deep ball. And he's wrestled to the ground. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. The handoff keep working on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Might be calling a hot route. They'll go to the ground. There he goes. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Quarterback keeps it. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And defensively, man, you just want to get to 4th down, right? Give yourself an opportunity. And even though it was 4th and 1, try to get the stop, especially this part of the field where they could come away with points and kick a field goal, or they could come away with a touchdown. Man, I want to get this stop and get off the field, but the offense executed. Defense just missed out.
Tight end now in motion. Gets it to the back. He breaks a tackle. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage.
And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the run, it's Higgins. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Swings it out to the flat. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. The Huskers send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the returner is stopped. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. The hand to the running back. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. With the win.